Commercial after commercial after commercial. More Scooby-Doo. And Eva Marie exposes half of her fucking tits. Smackdown. Was it worth it? Of course not. Let's talk about it. You know, I don't know what's going on with the SummerSlam build for WWE this year. With the WWE draft, they came out roaring out of the gates like a fucking pack of lions. And now as we sit, coming up to SummerSlam, seems like WWE is dropping dead from the fucking scorching heat of the dog days of summer. I don't know what's going on, man. I really don't. And I'm going to take the same approach I did with my Monday Night Raw review this week. It's a boring fucking show. It's a boring show. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat anything for you. If you missed it, there's no reason for you to go back and watch it. There's no reason to waste your energy to go find out, what did I miss on Smackdown? Did I miss anything important? Smackdown was great. No, it was not. Don't listen to anybody. This is all you need right here. This is all you need right here. I'm tired of the fucking positivity. I'm tired of the fucking optimism. You know, I said this, and I don't mean to stroke my own fucking cock. I really don't mean to. But I told you this. I told you this going into the draft. How this shit was gonna fucking bomb. And we're only 3 weeks in, and I'm absolutely bored to fucking tears. I really am. I'm not sitting here telling you that it's bad. But for the love of fucking Christ, is it that difficult to put on fucking quality television with the roster that you have and the talent that you possess on both Raw and SmackDown? I mean, as far as the fans go as well, I mean, the fans are just as much to blame as any one of the fucking creative writers and the fucking head goons in WWE. Is it that fucking difficult to make noise when you pay your fucking hard-earned money to go sit live at a WWE event? Is it that fucking hard to cheer for the people that you like and boo for the people that you don't like? I understand WWE is not giving you quality fucking entertainment on a Monday and a Tuesday, at least not recently, as of this week. But I mean, take notes from NXT. They're always having a good fucking time, a jovial fucking time. Look at the Cruiserweight Classic. Not every match is fucking gonna be an exhilarating thrill ride. But people make the most of their fucking time there. They're paying money, they might as well enjoy themselves. Have a fucking cold beer. Get some alcohol flowing through your blood systems, through your veins. Come on. Make some fucking noise. Why do I have to fucking watch these television shows and hear nothing but crickets? Seriously. You know, it's better. I don't even know why I'm complaining about the crowds. It's better than fucking the piped-in crowds, the piped-in cheers and boos that we used to get on fucking SmackDown when it was taped. But I mean, this is no better. What is going on? I've seen worse. Trust me, I've seen worse with WWE. And I'm not saying... And I know some fucking goon's gonna misconstrue my fucking words. Oh, JD, he's so negative, man. He's so... negative, man. My name will probably be tossed around on Reddit somewhere. All this fucking faggot. JD. He's an internet smart mark. Got nothing positive to say. Please. Please, you fucking goons. What is there on tonight's show and last night's show on Raw that was so positive that you're going to tell someone who's a WWE fan, yeah, bro, you need to go back and watch SmackDown last night. It was a great show. It was an exhilarating show. Right? Or Monday Night Raw. Yeah, you got to watch Monday Night Raw. Right? All we seen was Scooby-Doo and fucking Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson dressed as fucking extras on General Hospital. We seen them carrying around Big E's balls in a jar. What else did we see on Monday Night Raw? I can't even fucking remember. That's how fucking terrible it was. Oh yeah, Roman Reigns starring next to fucking Owen Wilson in Wedding Crashers Part 4. Come on, bro. This is what you're going to tell your buddy? You got to go watch Raw. It was great. It was great. This might have been the most boring, uneventful fucking week of WWE. I'm not saying that it was bad. Both shows started off good and then took torrential fucking avalanche-like slopes into the fucking abyss. Awful. Smackdown was completely a waste of everybody's time, just like Monday Night Raw was. Nothing exciting. I had high hopes going into the show. I had a little bit of optimism. Listen, I'm tired of being optimistic about certain things. I really am. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything on here. There's no reason for me to. I don't get paid to say anything good about WWE. I don't get paid to say anything bad about WWE. I'm on here because I love the WWE. But when they're blatantly phoning the fucking shows in, and you know for a fact, they went into this, they must have been on fucking vacation. They must be still in vacation mode, partying from fucking Lana and Rusev's wedding. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but you can tell that they phoned this shit in for both shows, Raw and SmackDown this week. There's no way you can go on these shows and say, yeah, you know what, I'm proud of what we produced from Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. There's no creative direction. WWE going into the 29th annual SummerSlam, mind you. I'm going to reiterate that until we get to fucking SummerSlam. 29 years of SummerSlam. And the only thing that they're talking about on television and pretty much disregarding the rest is Styles and Cena, Balor and Rollins, and Ambrose and Ziggler. That is it. And Lesnar and Orton. As far as I'm concerned, there's literally nothing else on the show that WWE deems important. Miz versus Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental title. Worthless. Rusev versus Roman Reigns. It's being built up after fucking Lana went face first, did a face plant into a fucking wedding cake. Thus, we get a United States Championship title match. Okay. Tag Team Championship match. Built off Big E's injury to his cock and balls. I'm sure JoJo is taking care of him quite well. And they are dating goons. It is going around rumor-wise that Big E is destroying JoJo somewhere on the road with WWE. Lucky him, huh? Anyway, I'm sure JoJo's taking care of Big E. But you guys get my point. This feud is being built off Big E's groin injury. Meanwhile, the fucking club has been built up like pieces of shit for the last 3 months. They got fed to Roman Reigns, right? And 1 or 2 weeks here sporadically spread out over WWE television, and they get clean wins or squash wins over Kofi Kingston, and they injure Big E, right? Carl Anderson took the pin the week before. Of course, Carl Anderson. He's the fucking scrub of the WWE. He gets a fucking loss, and they come back and injure Big E. So it's 50-50 booking and groin injuries to Big E. That's what's being built up for the Tag Team Championship picture. I don't know, man. I mean, back in the day when I used to watch WWF, when things were fucking booked correctly, and each feud was given time to fucking blossom, you went into the pay-per-view legit caring about every fucking match on the card. Seriously. I mean, I was watching the SummerSlam where Ted DiBiase was going one-on-one with fucking Virgil for the $1 Million Championship. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching, and I'm thinking back to the feud, and you got fucking Bobby the Brain Heenan and whoever else was on commentary that night talking about, or Roddy Piper, I believe it was. Roddy Piper was on commentary. Even though he was annoying on commentary during that particular SummerSlam, he made it feel important. They were going over how this got started and why Virgil, is fighting DiBiase, and DiBiase leading up to the match was forcing Virgil to do things against his will, and Virgil was fucking getting fed up with it. Eventually, he challenged DiBiase for the fucking $1 Million Championship. Everything on that card, no matter if it was the main event, all the way down to the fucking bottom of the card. Even the fucking Bushwhackers versus the Natural Disasters meant something because Andre the Giant was in the corner of the fucking Bushwhackers. And I'm fucking giving you blast from the past here. What was that? SummerSlam 1990, I believe? think it was 1990. Correct me if I'm wrong, goons. I'm not too familiar with dates. I'm terrible with fucking dates. But you guys get my point. Everything about SummerSlam and the pay-per-views of old meant something. The matches now mean nothing. How can you care when they take fucking 8 commercial breaks in a 30-minute span? You can't! Sickening. Absolutely sickening. Do I even talk about Smackdown? I mean, do I even talk about what happened on the show tonight? Yeah, why not? Ranting for fucking 13 minutes. There'll be some fucking idiot in the comment section on my channel. Oh, JD, it took you 15 minutes to talk about Smackdown, man. Whatever. What is there to talk about? There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. The Rabobank Arena in Bakersfield, California. Add that to the fucking list of cities that WWE should not go to anymore. The Rabobank Arena? Yeah, maybe the fucking Repo Man should have walked off with everybody's fucking wallet in this arena. Maybe that would generate some fucking excitement in Bakersfield. Or Bakersfield. Wasn't there a rapper that was born in Bakersfield? Snoop Dogg? Tupac? I don't fucking know. They're probably off getting baked somewhere. That's why they were so fucking terrible. Anyway. Mauro Ranallo and JBL and David Otunga. This fucking announce team is absolutely dreadful. You know, when Corey Graves got drafted to Monday Night Raw, I put the version 4 Get Off My TV t-shirt on hold with the announce team. I might actually include version 5 in the collection with Bradshaw and David Otunga because these guys are awful. Mauro Ranallo got fucking shafted beyond belief in this draft. He got 2 fucking goons to sit aside him or sit next to him, and they're nothing but fucking... They make your ears bleed. They're terrible. Bradshaw is Bradshaw. You guys know how fucking terrible he is. David Otunga sounds like a prepubescent fucking teen ready to get his fucking cock sucked for the first time. Like he never seen fucking a pair of tits before. You listen to this guy when he gets excited. Like he never had an alcoholic beverage and he's about to go to his first fucking party and he's about to take his first sip of beer. That's how fucking excited he is. He sounds like a fucking pimply, oiled-faced teen getting excited about fucking finally doing something adult-like. That's how fucking terrible he is. He's awful. And I feel bad for Ronald that he's got to sit next to these fucking clowns. Whatever. Anyway, they start to show off at Randy Orton. Randy Orton is ready to kill Brock Lesnar's legend because all it takes is one RKO. One RKO. All it takes is one fucking pill of NyQuil, and I'm fucking passed out as well, Randy Orton. So there's some similarities there, bro. I don't know whether to take NyQuil during Smackdown or Monday Night Raw. That's the only fucking issue that I am finding difficult. Randy Orton's ready to kill Brock Lesnar's legend. Alberto Del Rio comes up and says, sounds like Disneyland. Speaking some truth there. Sounds like Disneyland, so Orton offers him a VIP tour. Seriously. Nice on Del Rio to fucking mention Viperland. Sounds like nothing but fucking children's rides and balloons. Anyway, Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan opened the show. Last week, Bray did not fall to Dolph because he was the victim. Ziggler was desperate, and in that desperation came a ram into the turnbuckle because it was the only way. The exposed steel is what did Bray Wyatt in. You can't defeat Bray Wyatt because he is everywhere. There is no red or blue because this is him against the world, and he calls himself a god. If Bray Wyatt is a god, he'd be fucking 16-time WWE champion. So he calls himself a god. Vince McMahon thinks he is nothing but a fucking low-life peasant. So there you got that. Cue Dean Ambrose. He says this is a new era because Bray is talking about how he is a victim. And that wasn't like that in the old era. Sounds like more like Bray is a baby instead of an eater of worlds. Bray invites him into the ring, but Dean is smarter than that. Ziggler comes out, charges into the ring, looks at Ambrose. Ambrose is not going to get in there and get beat down 2-on-1. So Ziggler goes in there and gets beat down 2-on-1 like a fucking goon. And then Dean Ambrose obviously says, oh my God, now I got to go save this guy again. He gets in there, he gets beat down. And then Rowan is sent to the outside by Dolph Ziggler. Dolph accidentally super kicks Dean in the back of the head as he is held in position for his sister Abigail. He meant to hit Bray Wyatt, but in fact, Bray Wyatt threw Dean Ambrose out of the hold, and Ziggler kicked Ambrose back in the head. So that was that. Post-break, Ambrose yells at Ziggler until the bosses come in and make a tag team match later on for the main event, like I knew they would, dating back to last week, the way last week's show went off the air. As usual, I can only wonder why we need both Bryan and Shane for this segment. I really don't understand why. One of them accomplishes the same as two, but we both, we get both of them anyway. So what the fuck? What's the point? What is the point? I'd rather see Daniel Bryan. He's the one you hired for the general manager, right? Shane is supposed to be running SmackDown behind the scenes. Daniel Bryan's the one running the show. Why do we got to see both Shane and Bryan? I don't know. Do you need Bryan there then? Take him off television. Some of you are getting sick of Daniel Bryan anyway. American Alpha versus Mikey Vega. I know he's not wearing a mask and he doesn't have a fucking claw and he's not jumping off fucking gates in Super Street Fighter. And Mikey O'Shea. Before the match, Ascension, Vaudevillains, and the Hype Bros come out. There's your tag team division, folks. But yet they're adding new titles anyway. Yeah, great job, WWE. And yes, goons, I know the Usos are there and Breezango is there, but apparently Breezango might not be anymore at all because rumor has it that Tyler Breeze is getting a repackaging and a major push on SmackDown. So Fandango might be shit out of luck here. And the Usos are out with injury. So you have 4 teams. 4 teams in SmackDown's tag team division. And supposedly they're making new titles after SummerSlam. I gotta see how this goes over. 4 teams, and you're calling that a division. Yeah, I gotta see this fail, just like everything else. Anyway, who do you think won here? Did Mikey O'Shea and Mike Vega win? Of course not. American Alpha. 1 minute. 1 minute. They beat both of these fucking scrubs. All 4 teams brawl post-match. American Alpha stands tall in the end, cleaning house. And the announcers even talk about the upcoming SmackDown tag team titles. Who's going to win the tag team titles? Ooh, I wonder who. Becky Lynch versus... it comes to a point where I'm not even going to mention her name anymore. It's pointless. To me, she's not even a superstar. She's not a wrestler. All she does is just come out there and nauseate everybody. She who shall not be named gets the big over-the-top entrance again. And she gets into the ring. I'm sitting here thinking, oh my God, it's Becky Lynch versus she who should not be named. And I said, if Becky Lynch loses to this fucking witch, I'm going off. I don't believe they'd do that to Becky. I really don't. And if I was Becky and I lost to this fucking useless specimen, I go right to fucking Vince McMahon and say, bro, what the fuck you doing with me, man? Seriously. I made this women's division important with Sasha and Charlotte and Bayley, and here I am losing to fucking she who shall not be named. Anyway, this fucking witch comes out and she botches again. And this is all scripted. She doesn't botch because she's just that terrible. If you wanted her to go out there and botch, I'm sure she would fucking pass the test with flying colors, but this was all pre-planned. Just like last week when she injured her quad, right? Kevin Nash style. This time she came out and exposed half of her fucking chest. Fucking wardrobe malfunction. So not only does she malfunction in the ring while she's wrestling, or whatever you fucking call that she does, she had a wardrobe malfunction. She's standing there holding her fucking tits up, right? They look better all propped up. They looked a little bit saggy. I don't know. Just me. I was being very observant there. Anyway, she runs off to the back. Good riddance. Goodbye. The second greatest match that she has ever wrestled. At this rate, she'll top fucking Nakamura for 5-star matches in 2016. This was fantastic. Saves me another sleepless fucking night. So thank you. She who shall not be named. Anyway, post-match, Becky vents, and she issues an open challenge. Out comes Alexa Bliss, joined in progress. Alexa Bliss, from commercial, of course, joined in progress. And Alexa Bliss apparently had a birthday today, and 2 minutes and 32 seconds, because that's all the women are worth on the main roster of WWE. If this was in NXT, you could take 2 minutes and 32 seconds and times that by 4. And we would have had a decent fucking match. There's not much these women can showcase in 2 fucking minutes. WWE, especially if you want to build a division. Not gonna happen. Alexa Bliss beats Becky Lynch. I'd much rather Alexa Bliss get the win than she who shall not be named. Seriously. It was her birthday. Nice win. Alexa Bliss looks very good in the ring. You see that she's getting better from her days down at NXT when she was first coming up and first getting started. You see the progression that she's making. And if you guys have been watching NXT, you guys know what I'm talking about. Alexa Bliss is going to be very, very, very good in the women's division for Smackdown. Post-match, we got to see this fucking hag come out here again and calls this a shame that her leg was all healed up, and she tried to get her wardrobe malfunction all corrected so that she could come out here, but Alexa Bliss beat her to the punch, and that she'll make her debut next week. I can't fucking wait. So instead of the top portion of her wardrobe being malfunctioned, maybe next week the bottom half is going to fall off. I don't know. Maybe we'll get lucky. Either way, Becky Lynch loses. Randy Orton versus Alberto Del Rio. This match went 12 minutes and 20 seconds. Del Rio, listen, Del Rio is fucking talented. He's multi-talented. Nobody gives a shit. Just like Sheamus and Cesaro and everybody else on Monday Night Raw that's in the mid-card, nobody gives a flying fuck. Del Rio has been ruined ever since they took Ricardo Rodriguez away from him. Ever since they took the fucking nice luxury sports cars away from him, he has no identity. He's nobody. How are we supposed to care about somebody if you take everything away from him that made him good? You just made him like everybody else. You made him into a nobody. No wonder he wants to fucking leave. Ever since he beat John Cena, he fucking splashed onto the scene of WWE again, and fireworks were fucking going off everywhere. Ever since he lost that title and got mixed in with the League of Nations, forget about it. Del Rio has done absolutely jack shit to the point where he is fucking dead. Dead in WWE, man. Nobody gives a fuck. Randy Orton, he looks a little bit more healthy. He looks a little bit more focused. I'm hearing that he got himself clean. He got one of his drug policy violations wiped away because he went into rehab for 6 months. Good on him. Want to see him healthy. Hope he's happy. I just don't like him as a face. I think Randy Orton is very, very boring as a face. I hate smiley Randy Orton. I hate the Randy Orton that fucking high fives and shakes hands. No. Sorry. You're a fucking viper. They call you the fucking viper. Vipers are lethal. Vipers are unpredictable. Okay? They're not fucking shaking hands and giving high fives and smiling on the top rope. Give me a fucking break. Either way, Randy Orton beat Del Rio by DQ because Del Rio slid out of the way of an RKO, hit Randy Orton with a steel chair on the outside, got himself disqualified, and he got hit with an RKO anyway. Out of nowhere. So, they're selling that out of nowhere spiel a little bit heavily going into this Brock Lesnar match. But I don't think it's going to be enough to stop the Beast. And if it does, WWE's making a fucking huge, colossal mistake. Seriously. And there's actually rumors going around that Dave Meltzer's reporting that Brock Lesnar is going to be in line for the Universal Championship from whoever wins this match with Balor and Seth Rollins. Or at least he's going to be challenging for the belt, whomever the champion is, at the Royal Rumble. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. We'll obviously have to wait and see what they do with Brock Lesnar and his current status in the WWE. Heath Slater versus Rhino. If Heath Slater wins, he gets a contract on SmackDown. Rhino obviously is there. He has his contract, and Heath Slater before the match says, listen, can you do me a favor? I got a fucking pool, and I got 2 kids. And then Rhino's asking if is it a standalone pool or is it an in-ground pool? And Heath Slater says, I got to take care of my 7 kids. And then Rhino says, wait a minute. I thought you had 2 kids. And Heath Slater's like, yeah, I meant 2. And Rhino's like, I can't do you any favors, buddy, and then walks off. Rhino beat Heath Slater with a gore. And then after the match, Heath Slater goes complaining to Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. And they're ready and willing to give this guy a contract because they love the intensity and they love the passion from Heath Slater. They were ready to give him a contract. He calls them both stupid idiots. And he walks away, and he says pretty much, fuck you guys. And then Shane McMahon's like, well, I guess Heath Slater doesn't want this contract that we were about to offer him. So there you go. The silly, stupid, unimportant, comedic story that's going nowhere continues with Heath Slater. Does anybody give a fuck? No, I don't. Not during a SummerSlam build. I just don't. Sorry. Carmella versus Natalya. I don't know what it is about Carmella. I mean, I didn't find her to be this cringeworthy in NXT. She's increasingly becoming cringe on the main roster, and I don't know if it has to do with this feud with Natalya. She says whatever she's got to fucking say on the microphone during her entrance. Natalya tried to do the same thing she did last week by sneak attacking her, and Carmella turned around just in time. Carmella and Natalya have a match. Carmella actually wins in 4 minutes with a head scissor crossface, makes Natalya tap. Natalya did the favors for Carmella. Good on her. Did the crowd care? No. Nobody cared. Nobody cared at all. A long video showing off AJ Styles and John Cena from the very beginning. If you guys have been watching Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, you guys know the deal about this feud. I don't think anybody at this point doesn't know why these guys are fighting or doesn't know the story. So this was a waste of 15 minutes. Seriously. Baron Corbin in the back attacks Kalisto for costing him the triple threat last week. Oh, yay. Who gives a shit? Main event, Eric Rowan versus Bray Wyatt. Oh, Eric Rowan versus Bray Wyatt. Listen, WWE, hope you're not watching. They'll probably end up doing that next week. Eric Rowan and Bray Wyatt versus Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose. This match, I swear to God, this match, I seen Ziggler and Ambrose make their introductions at 9:40. WWE went to commercial and came back at 9:47 Eastern Time, clowns. 9:47 Eastern Time. Then we see 1.5 minutes of match, and they go to another commercial till 9:53. Why am I going to care about this match? If the fucking introductions were made at 9:40, and we're just sitting down for in-ring action at 9:53 because of 2 fucking commercial breaks, why am I going to care about this main event? I don't. How could I? How could I? Obviously, with the beginning of this show, Ziggler nailed Ambrose by accident with a super kick. In the end, Ziggler and Ambrose win. Super kick to Rowan, right? So, typical 101 wrestling booking. You got 2 baby faces. One accidentally hurts the other in the opening segment. Don't you think the other one is going to try and do something in the end to the guy that fucking accidentally hit him in the beginning of the show? Of course that's what's going to happen. That's exactly what Dean Ambrose did here. You know? Ziggler's like, yeah, man, we won. We won. We beat the Wyatt family. Are you okay? Are you all right? Yeah, we got the win, man. They're celebrating. Dean Ambrose, heel-like fashion, kicks him in the gut. Dirty deeds. Crowds chanting yes. And the show ends. That's your SmackDown review. Nothing happened. If you guys missed this show, literally nothing happened on this show. Nothing happened. Scooby-Doo. More bullshit with Eva Marie as she fucking exposed half of her tits. Right? And more garbage. Commercial after commercial after commercial after commercial. A long-winded John Cena AJ Styles fucking promo because they weren't there. Yeah, SmackDown's off to the fucking races in the new era, right? Half your fucking roster's not even there. I'm hearing half of the fucking roster's on tour of Australia. Yeah, you're performing in front of the fucking kangaroos down there instead of giving me quality entertainment and television leading into your second biggest pay-per-view of the year live on SmackDown. Who gives a shit about performing in front of Australia? Honestly, give me a break. This might have been the most boring week of WWE television that we've seen in a very long time, and I'll say it again. Thank fucking Christ for the NXT TakeOver build and the Cruiserweight Classic. That's it. That's it. That's your SmackDown review. I got nothing more to say. This show, if you missed it, don't even bother. If you DVR'd it, don't even bother. If you're going to watch it on Hulu tomorrow, don't even bother. It's a waste of your fucking time. Find something else for an hour and a half to do. Go fuck your girlfriend. Go drink a beer. Go to the bar. Right? Go watch Out of Nowhere with Joe Cronin and JD tomorrow night. Whatever you gotta do. Seriously. Go take a shit. Shower. Relax. Sleep. Cook yourself a nice meal. I don't know, man. Something. Play some video games. You can name a fucking 1,001 things you could do better than watch SmackDown. It's a waste. Absolutely a waste. But that's your SmackDown review. Don't know what else to say. I'm getting out of here. I don't know, man. Whatever. What I got coming up for you guys tomorrow, I have something special for each and every one of you, man. I'm continuing my King of the Ring 2016 Road to WWE 2K17 tomorrow. I'm telling you right now, I want you guys to go check up on this shit. I posted 2 matches so far, AJ Styles and Roman Reigns, and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor, with my commentary over the matches. Tomorrow's match is one of the best matches you will see performed in WWE 2K16, man. Sami Zayn and Dean Ambrose in a hellacious classic in the first round of this tournament, man. You're not going to want to miss this. It is worth the fucking 15 minutes. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, editing them and making them epic for you guys, especially with the whole King of the Ring theme. Make sure you guys go check that out. Check out my Monday Night Raw review. Follow me on Twitter, at JD from NY206. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. WrestleCrate.com. And on Twitter, at WrestleCrates. And get your fucking t-shirts, man. Barbershop Window, the official partner of Off the Script. I'll be back live tomorrow night with Joe Cronin. Out of nowhere, episode number 39 or 40. I don't know which one, but we're going to be live regardless. And then Friday for not out of nowhere. I got the fucking podcast mixed up. Friday's Off the Script. Jesus fucking Christ. And then speaking of podcast, iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Audio Boom, and Google Play Music, live right now. Off the Script and my Monday Night Raw review are live on iTunes right now. So make sure you guys go check that out. I'm out of here, guys. Hit that thumbs up, and I'll be back, as always, with more great WWE news and rumors. Until then, I'm JD. Have a good night, guys. I'll talk to you later.